The top 5 reasons why I partnered with EXP for my business and why I think you should too. This is Steve Myers with Urban Cool Homes, brokered by EXP Realty. So I kind of want to go through, my top 5 reasons of why I decided to partner my business with EXP 2.5 years ago, and why I think it would be a good option for you as well. So let's get started. So reason number 1 is just EXP as a whole brand-wise is a very strong brand. From a national level, it's the fastest growing brokerage right now. It is attracting top producers from all across the country and several other countries around the world. And it just continues to add fuel, each month. You see the big names coming over. And it allows you to really know that you're partnering with a brand that is strong. They have a high cash position, they have 0 debt, and some company that's going to continue to make strides in the business and just keep innovating, which is a big part of it. The fact that it's a cloud-based brokerage, allows you to have the freedom in this new world that we live in technology to operate, whether it's in this state or in other states, or you have referrals that you can easily send across the country and you get paid the same time that referral gets closed. So there's a lot of really cool things about the power of the brand of EXP and the people that are associated with that brand, and it just keeps getting more powerful each year. So it's really cool to see. My second favorite thing about why I decided to partner with EXP is the flexibility of having office space and kind of designing your own business, right? So with it being a cloud-based brokerage, all the operations are done at a state level in the cloud. So it's really up to each individual agent or team, like myself, to decide how they want to operate their business. Like, do they want to operate out of their home and keep their costs low? Or do they want to have an office space that they can do collaboration with other agents, or that they can grow a team in? So obviously, I decided to, invest in my office space because I like that collaboration part. But I definitely understand like other agents just enjoying working from home, especially with COVID. And the cool thing about EXP is obviously you're not paying for it, right? You don't have to pay for office space at the brokerage. You can go get the office space where you want it to be, as long as the broker approves it. So obviously it's just really cool in that regard, and that's one of the reasons I decided to partner with them. Some of the more brick and mortar franchises, franchise brokers, they won't allow you to do that. It's either at their company or not. So for me, that just didn't work for my business and the direction that I want to put my business in. The third reason why I decided to partner with EXP is the fact that there is a ton of training and marketing opportunities and just systems built in within the EXP itself. They have a lot of online training. They have the EXP world where you can easily, you can be an avatar and go and watch some training from, an influencer or a top producer in another part of the country and kind of share ideas with them and see what they're doing in those markets. You also, get the opportunity to have branding tools and, CRMs available to you if you decide to use their systems and their processes. They are some of the best out there that are available from a brokerage standpoint. But what's also cool, for me on my team, is I can go ahead and leverage some of those tools, but I can also create my own and build my own, build my own CRM, and build my own systems and build my own brand, right? So my brand is very much me and what I want with my team and how we're going to proceed forward in the future. And I don't have to rely on the branding of EXP to distinguish myself in my marketplace, distinguish myself from who I am. I have the ability to really customize that, and as long as I obviously follow what the broker's rules and what the state rules require, but I can keep growing and keep building that brand. So obviously other brick and mortars, franchises, or other brokers around the country, you have to use their colors, you have to use their signs, you have to follow their rules for all the branding. It has to match exactly what they want, and if not, then you're going to be out of compliance and you're going to have a sticking point. But then how do you really distinguish yourself from the other agents in your marketplace, or even the other agents just within your brokerage? Or if you have a team, like your team within that brokerage, your sign looks like everyone else. So it just really allows the creative side to come out from a marketing standpoint, from the team, for me, and that's why I decided to choose EXP. So the fourth reason, I know this is obviously a really important reason for a lot of people, and it completely is for me as well, because obviously without having a good compensation structure, commission agreements, whatever it is, like, it's obviously the core of running a business is knowing what you're going to get back. But with EXP, there's several different opportunities to make money. So with EXP, there is a 80-20 split, 80% going to the agent, 20% going to the brokerage. Now this caps at $16,000. Based upon other brokerages around town or around the United States, this isn't the cheapest brokerage, but it's also far from the most expensive. I moved over from a more expensive broker and was really enjoy the lower fees, but obviously I know it's not the lowest available to me, but I also feel like I get the most out of it. So that's that's one reason why I picked it. And also on top of that, this is all for a single agent, right? I also get stock when I bring on agents, or when I cap, or when I close my first deal. So, I have a bunch of EXP stock. Also, I get stock back when I icon, which icon is after you cap, you close 20 deals within that calendar year, and then you get $16,000 back in a stock option. So, having that available to me with EXP growing from a national basis, the stock should continue to keep going up over time, and so that $16,000 will continue to grow. And also the rev share. I know that this is a big part for a lot of people, and it is still a big part for me, but I don't focus a lot on it. So revenue share means, like, when you bring on an agent underneath you, or they bring on an agent, there's different levels that whenever that agent closes a deal, I get paid on part of that deal. So I have, for me, I have several agents underneath me, and I get paid on several deals every month. And those checks become, they continue to keep growing in amount, and they're becoming quite large, where, it's a significant amount of money. And there's agents in EXP that are making over $100,000 per month. I'm not one of them, but there are several of them that opportunities out there, if that's more of what you're into, is recruiting and growing your downline, which will, is very financially lucrative for a lot of people. So that's the fourth reason. Now, a couple of things that I really like too, so why I decided from a team approach to do EXP is, like, when you have an agent that you bring on your team, on a traditional team, they start out at not at a $16,000 cap, they start out at a $8,000 cap. So that's really nice. But then, like, for me, as my team has continued to grow, now my agents, we are a mega icon team now. So now my agents that I bring on are at a 4,000 cap. So it just allows me to make it more attractive for other agents to come on my team, and allows us to both benefit financially from just having a lower cap. And also those people that are in my downline, I also get paid on the revenue share part of their deals. So that's also a nice benefit as well. And then at some point, if they decide to move on the team, then they'll still be on my revenue share as long as they stay within EXP. So my favorite reason is the collaboration part of EXP. So what I love is, like, from a national basis and from a local basis, is that we share a lot of collaboration, whether it's with my downline, that I help mentor to become better agents or better team leaders, or, top teams around the country, leveraging the tools and the technology and the skills and the training that they're using, and bringing them into my market. And just the fact that it's a very collaborative environment, and I love that, because it has allowed me to grow my skill set significantly. Has allowed me to grow my team on a much faster pace, I feel like, because of these relationships I was able to establish, and with the collaborative nature of EXP. So very fortunate about that. The fact that I have high producing team leaders or high producing agents that I literally can pick up the phone and call, that are in a different market, they pick up right away, or in my own market, ones that I'm working with on a more of a mentorship basis, like, they do the same to me, right? So they're like, hey, how do we do this? How do I do that? And it's just like things I didn't get when I was at a traditional brokerage. So again, it's just allowed me, and it has allowed others to really, grow their business significantly within EXP, and that's my favorite part. That's the top 5 reasons why I chose to partner with EXP. And I think those are 5 good reasons that you should consider partnering with EXP. It's definitely not for everyone, so But if you do have any questions, or if you are, considering, please reach out and I'd be happy to have a conversation with you about it.